Me, Dr. Janet Roark. I'm a veterinarian in Central Texas. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the Essential Oil Vet here on Facebook and Instagram. And every Sunday, I come live and talk to you guys about what's going on with you and your animals and essential oils and answer your questions. So for those of you hopping on now, let me know where you're coming from, where you hail from, and what essential oils you're diffusing today. It's Father's Day here in the United States anyways. I don't know if it's Father's Day everywhere, but happy Father's Day to all you dog dads and cool cat dads and equestrian dads. You guys are all awesome. So happy Father's Day to all the fur dads out there. Hi, Laura. How are you today? So also, if you're hopping on, be sure to post your questions in the chat. I'll answer those live as they come up, whichever ones I can get to. And just a couple of quick announcements. If you missed the Playing Nicely, What to Do When Animals Don't Get Along webinar, that was an exclusive webinar for people in the membership. And so if you're not in the Essential Oil Vet membership yet, you should join because it's super affordable and it's worth it just for the webinars, to be honest. We just had that on Friday and it was epic, and you can access the recording by joining the membership if you're not in there. If you're in the membership, you just go to guide number 2 and it's the first webinar right there in the Facebook group, or and it's also the first one in the webinars section of the membership portal. So we have it in multiple places for you if you're on Facebook, not on Facebook, etc. So the link for the membership is essentialoilvet.com/members to get on that. So make sure you grab that. It's definitely worth it. A month's worth of stuff, less than $1 a day. And where's my link for that? There we go. I'll post it on the bottom here. So essentialoilvet.com/members for that one. And then the other announcement is that tomorrow, Monday, the 20th, June 20th at 5 p.m. Central time, I will be doing a free horse webinar, and it's the 7 secrets every equestrian needs to know about keeping their horse healthy. Simply because there's a lot of things that can be done very easily. And I'm not just going to be like, here's the secrets and not tell you how to implement them. If you guys have been around me for more than 5 minutes, you know I am all about implementation and doing the thing. And so you'll be able to implement things right after that free webinar that will save you money and keep your horse healthy for longer. And so if you want to join that webinar, the link for that is, I'll post it right here, go.essentialoilvet.com/webinar-horse. Or if you just go to essentialoilvet.com, click on the link at the top of the page, which is the banner. It talks about that free webinar. Hop on, it's free. If you have a horse person in your life, please invite them, tag them below, and invite them to the challenge, or invite them to the webinar. I will mention that there is an offer for the 7-day Happy Healthy Horse Challenge. When you sign up for the webinar, it's a one-time offer. You can sign up for 50% off of that 7-day Happy Healthy Horse Challenge, where it's 7 days with me and learning how to help your horse live their best life, and a lot of really practical applications, recipes, things like that we go through over the course of those 7 days. And that challenge actually starts on the 27th. So you'll hear more about that next week, but join the free horse webinar for sure. Whether you have horses or you just like horses or you know people with horses that might benefit from having some essential oils in their life, or just a couple of tips that can help their horses live a little bit healthier as they move on and get, from birth to senior years. There's a lot of things that can be done. All right, so let's answer some questions tonight. We'll keep it nice and short since it's Father's Day, so you can get back with your families. Renee has a great question. Are there any oils that can help with early dementia in a miniature poodle? So just like people, dogs can get what's called canine cognitive disorder, which is a cognitive dysfunction kind of similar to dementia in people. And there are definitely some oils that can help. Our grounding blend topically once or twice a day. That's already diluted. And so you can do that with a miniature poodle, a very small dog. You can also use the kids grounding blend. That one is in a roller bottle and it's super great as well. That is those things topically. Diffused, use your calming oils because the cognitive disorder can lead to some anxiety and stress because they don't understand what's happening. Maybe they're easily confused, and that can lead to stress or anxiety because they don't understand it, and there's no way we can explain it to them. So the calming oils, I really like our calming blend for that. And or lavender, vetiver can be really helpful. Juniper berry can be helpful. Spikenard is another good one. That is another really good calming oil. Petitgrain, magnolia, all really good options. Let's see. Sharon has a question that's not related to essential oils, but is the parvo vaccine annually necessary for a 5-year-old SPOO? And the answer to that is it depends. It depends. So what you can do instead of a vaccine for once they're past their puppy vaccines is you can get what are called titers, vaccine titers. And there are several places that do this. Kansas State Veterinary School does this. There's places, there's several places that do titers. Okay, Kansas State is kind of the big one that does it. And you can actually take your dog in for blood work. They can draw blood and send out the blood for titers. And titers will tell you if your animal is still, basically still has immunity to whatever is in that vaccine. And so for that's what I recommend after puppy vaccines. It's a pretty easy test. It is more expensive than the actual vaccine. I'm going to tell you that right up front. It's a little more expensive, but it is drawing blood. You're not putting extra things into the animal. And a lot of times they are still immune. And so they don't actually necessarily need the extra vaccines. Now, some animals are not immune still, and they do need the extra vaccine. Okay, so I'm not anti-vaccine. Don't tell anybody I'm anti-vaccine because that's not true. I give vaccines. And I'm also not pro-vaccine in that I don't think every animal needs a vaccine every single year if they're still immune to it. But you need to know, and the only way to know is by taking blood and actually doing titers. And once you know that your animal is still immune, then you don't need the vaccine because they're still immune. And usually that's good for about 3 years. The other thing you can do is there are vaccines out there that last more than 1 year. And you can request a 3-year vaccine instead of a 1-year vaccine. So definitely. Oh, E is the best. She's like, join it. It's so worth it, y'all. That's for the membership group. Super awesome. Oh, hey, my post did post. Okay, cool. Like, does it post it for me? Hey, that's kind of cool. I love that. I don't think I used to be able to do that, guys. I'm super excited about that. Okay. Laura, is there an oil I can use on my cat who started limping? So we have lots of oils that help support joints and muscles. I really like marjoram for kitties, diluted marjoram. You can use our diluted massage blend, which has marjoram in it. And those are really good options for that. If they're still limping after, a couple of days, or maybe the oil isn't helping, you can always take your kitty in for an x-ray to make sure it's not broken or anything like that. I also really like frankincense and copaiba are really good for that as well, to help keep the inflammatory response normal. Yeah, Laura Titers, great info. I know I'm full of information that I just want to share with you. Okay. Oh, Sharon, thanks for all the info about doggy dementia. We have an 18-year-old toy poodle is about blind and deaf. She paces and sleeps all day. Oh my goodness, that's so sad. Cass, what about the rattlesnake vaccine? Is it worth it? We have them on our property. That's a good conversation to have with your veterinarian. I personally, I used to give it and now I don't. If your dog gets bit by a rattlesnake, you're still going to have to do all the same things as when they have the vaccine as when they don't have the vaccine, quite honestly. And some getting the antivenin and stuff like that. So I would say talk to your veterinarian about it. We certainly have rattlesnakes on our property as well, and my dogs are not vaccinated against it. So there you go. There's my information on that. So some, small dogs, they might actually survive a rattlesnake bite if they are vaccinated. So if you have small dogs, it might be smart. If you have dogs that tend to get themselves into trouble, it might be smart. But it's really a case by case thing, and I would talk to your vet and see what they think, and certainly see what's going on in the area. All right, Denise, my friend Denise, we have crazy foxtails this year. I have been doing hot compresses. The vet got one out, but we're worried there might be another one and wants us to hot compress it. Is there an essential oils that would be good to help with drawing it out while doing the hot compression? Yes, there are some good drawing oils. I would start with just lavender or Roman chamomile because there's usually an irritation associated with that. Frankincense and copaiba are good options. And then if it's not in a sensitive area, you can even try clove. And this is one I want you to use with caution. And Denise, I know you, and I know all your training that you've done with me. So I know that you'll dilute it properly and make sure it's like 0.5 to 1% if you're going to use hot oil like that topically, and certainly not on a sensitive area. If it's a sensitive area, then I would skip that one and go with the more gentle oils. But those ones are all really good options. Let's see. All right, and we will stop with this one from Laura. Another question from Laura. Laura, you're getting all the questions answered today because there's not too many people on because everybody's probably spending time with their families as they should, and we will right after this. But Laura, my 1-year-old kitty plays too rough with one of the newer adopted cats. Should I be putting the Calming Kids blend on his ear tips? I think that's a really good option. The other thing, Laura, that you can do is make sure that he gets lots of playtime by himself, meaning you play with him or someone in your family does. Laser pointers are great, getting them away from the other kitties and playing by himself to get him nice and tired out so that when he's around the other cats, he's not playing too rough with them, that he's a little bit more tired just on his own, and making sure that each kitty gets their own one-on-one time with you or with a family member for sure. Okay, we'll do one more. So Trisha, I like this question, Trisha. It's a good question that I get asked a lot and will help a lot of people. So Trisha has a really good question. Getting my 6-month female chocolate lab puppy fixed soon. What oils do you recommend for healing? So I really like I'm answering your question right now, Trisha. I am answering. I can't answer all the questions that are posted because there's just too many. There's just not enough time. I would be here for hours and hours. But to answer your question, I really like after a surgery like this to use helichrysum and myrrh diluted. So 4 to 5 drops each of helichrysum and myrrh in a 10 milliliter roller bottle, topped off with fractionated coconut oil. Mix it up really well. And then you can either use the roller bottle if it's dedicated to the animal, or you can put some on your finger and put it around the incision. That's what I recommend doing, is putting it on your finger and gently putting it around the incision so you don't actually put too much pressure on it. You don't want to go directly over the incision in case they use some glue, and certainly not if there's sutures on it, because you don't want to dissolve or irritate the stitches. But you can go around the wound, and that will actually encourage healing and help with decreasing of bruising and things like that. So hopefully that helps. Holly, 5-year-old cat scared of fan blades. Use your calming oils. Lots of calming oils. The grounding blend topically on the kitty. Lots of calming oils diffused. Try different ones and try to desensitize them by maybe only having one fan on in the house at a time, and slowly work and then if they want, and making sure there's lots of places for your kitty to hide to get away while they're scared. Any big changes in the house can be really hard. Like for for kitties. And there are some oils that can help boost confidence, like patchouli, coriander is really good for boosting confidence as well, and those sorts of things. So you can diffuse those or use them diluted to 0.5% to 1% topically as well. All right, guys, that looks like all the time I have for today. We went a little over. Make sure you sign up for the horse webinar over at go.essentialoilvet.com/webinar-horse, or go to essentialoilvet.com. Scroll around on there, find all the things that you need. And I will see you guys next week sometime, or I'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. for that free horse webinar over on Zoom. All right, I'll see you then. Bye, guys.